Hey ho, my name is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, this is the mid-year freakout tag. I never actually thought about doing this one this year, but I feel like I've had a pretty good reading year so far, so let's go ahead and do it. Hey ho, my name is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Joe. I am Fight and Read Like a Girl, where I do things bookish and polycystic ovarian syndrome related. If you are returning, thank you. I'm so happy you are here. So happy that we can do this journey together as I read my way through my life. So let's get started. I wasn't going to do this video this year just because I didn't feel like I read enough, but I was going back through my Goodreads and Storygraph, and for me, I've read quite a bit this time of year, and because usually I'm only read like 12 books, but I'm like up to 26, and that is saying a lot for me because I do a lot of reading, but I didn't realize how much I've actually read so far this year, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So question number 1 is, what is the best book that you've read so far in 2023? That is a very good question. So, I've read some really good books. Let's go back and look at some of the books that I've read over this year so far. Oh wow, okay. So, let's see, Daisy Jones and the Six, I gave 5 stars. If I had to pick a book, that would be the best book that I've read. See if I can find it. Oh cool, it's right there. I would probably have to go with The Silent Patient. Like, this book blew my mind. I was not expecting the twists in it. I was not expecting that ending. Like, this was... Would I say it's the best book? Yeah, I would definitely say this is the best book that I've read. I would definitely say this book is a tie with... it's over here. I'm not sure what I did with it. I'm not sure where I put it. I definitely say it's a tie with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be this one. Question number 2, the best sequel that you've read so far in 2023. I don't think I've read any sequels this year. Oh my gosh. There's my freak out moment. I have not read any sequels this year. Or have I? Have I? Okay. Yeah, that's a lie. Okay, so the best sequel that I've read is Zin Mignon and the Last Supper. This is the 3rd book in the Zin Mignon series. You followed this guy. He is basically like a really, really young chef. So this was the 3rd book, and this is definitely one of the best sequels I've read. But I also did read the Mindfuck series. I've read a few of those, but I would say this is probably the best one I read. Next question. A new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to. There's a lot of them. I would have to say In the Lives of Puppets, Happy Place, there's quite a few, actually, that I still need to get to that I haven't read yet. Maybe I'll have a reading vlog for that. Your most anticipated release for the second half of 2023. Let's see. I say B.A. Paris is putting out another one, but I can't remember what it's called. The Guest List by B.A. Paris, or The Guest by B.A. Paris. I guess that would be my most anticipated for the rest of the year. My biggest disappointments for 2023 so far. Oh wow, okay. This is why I don't do these, because I really don't know. I definitely want to say I read Friendship by Emily Gould. Big disappointment. The Other Belle by Whitney G. That was a disappointment. And those are the only two that I had high expectations for, and they disappointed me. Biggest surprise of 2023. Oh, wow. Like a biggest surprise, like what I really liked so far. That I would have to say Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I didn't think I was going to like that book, but I enjoyed it a lot. And I don't know why I enjoyed it, but I really, really did enjoy it. Number 7 is your new favorite author. Frederick Bachman. Like, okay, let me go into that. I discovered Frederick Bachman really in 2022. However, I have read 2 of his books since then, and I just recently got my grandmother asked me to tell you that. I'll show you. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry, and I'm very excited to read this. I would say it's Frederick Bachman, but I have discovered quite a few authors this year that I don't normally read. But I guess my new favorite author. But I've also heard not many good things about his second book, so we'll see. A newest fictional crush. I don't think I have one. That's a lie. That's a lie. So I can't remember his name, but one of the main characters in the Mindfuck series, who he is. That's what we're gonna go with. Just moving on. Number 9 is newest favorite character. Oh, I just closed my Goodreads. I didn't want to do that. My newest favorite character? Go back. Thank you. I don't think I really have one. Okay, fine, I'll go with this. I have to say Addie from The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. She was one of my favorite characters. Number 10, a book that made you cry. Books usually don't make me cry. But I haven't talked about this in a haul yet, but I'm going to talk about this book here, because holy Hannah. The In-Between by Hadley Venos RN. I'm saying her name wrong, and I'm so sorry, Hadley. Oh my gosh. This lovely lady is a hospice nurse, and I mean, she's also very pretty. And oh my gosh, this book, I was crying with a few of these ones that she like remembers, because this is kind of like a memoir for her, where she talks about the 12 patients that she had that really made an impact on her. Some of these, I was bawling my eyes out. My chair is sinking. Ugh! I was bawling my eyes out. I have a TikTok on my page over on TikTok that you should really check out, and I go into kind of a little bit of depth on what this was and how I was feeling and whatnot, and oh my gosh, this book was just so amazing. I definitely need to go back through it and annotate some of my favorite parts in it and whatnot. My chair is sinking. I really, really need an office chair. Okay. Number 11. A book that made you happy. Okay, I got a good one for this. I'm gonna go with Wish by Barbara O'Connor. Now, I didn't read the physical copy, but I did read a copy on the Kindle, and I had to own a copy of this because it was just so adorable. And it gave me all the feels. I was like cheering on with her, and I was just so, so happy. This book made me extremely happy. 12, favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen so far this year. I'm going to have to go with A Man Called Ove. And it is called A Man Called Otto. A Man Named Otto. I can't remember what it's called. But I'll put two of those on the screen. So, A Man Called Ove was adapted into A Man Called Otto, or A Man Named Otto, played by Tom Hanks. I saw it on Netflix. Oh my gosh, if you have not seen this movie, if you have not read this book, what are you waiting for? Like, it was just so good. So good. Okay, so this one that I saw, no, that's not going to be relevant. Okay. The most beautiful book that you've bought this year. Most beautiful book? Are we talking like cover-wise or like content-wise? Because if we're talking cover-wise, I have a few. Like Wish. Like, look at this cover. Isn't it adorable? So cute. That one doesn't count because hubby bought that for me. Like, The Lamplighters by J. Gabriel Gates. That cover is gorgeous. There's a few. I mean, I think all covers are pretty in their own way. What books do you really need to read by the end of the year? Question number 15. That's a long list. So I'm going to rapid fire through them. Grandmother told me, or asked me to tell you that I'm sorry. From Blood and Ash. That was really hard to say. That bloopers at the end. Malibu Rising. The Ladies of the Secret Circus. The Night Circus. The Last Word. So many more others. I have two giant shelves that you guys don't really see full of books that I need to read. The books, the shelf that's behind me that you guys normally see is all my read books. But I have two shelves, like, over you guys don't see that I need to read. So, yeah, there's a lot of them. But yeah, that's the end of the mid freakout tag. I will leave a link below to the page that I use. I did skip over one question because it asked me, like, what was your favorite post that you did this year? And I don't really post much on Instagram or Bookstagram or anything like that. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, every book that I mentioned is listed down below so you can check them out for yourself. I also have a link to my TikTok so you can go check out the video about the in-between. Also, I have a new link down there to my Storygraph so you can keep track of my reading there, as well as I do have a link on Goodreads so you also keep track of my reading. I did recently update my reading goal for the year because I was about halfway through already with 50 books and I was at 26, so I upped it to like 60. So we will see how this goes, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you will hit my cute little family, subscribe, that button, you know, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Flum. Flum. What the flum? What the? Nah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so question number 1 is the best book that you've read so far in 2022. What do you want, hubby? my husband just got a new job. This will probably be at the end, but my husband just got a new job and he's been able to pack his own lunch. So now he's like freaking out because he has a small little cooler and everybody else has got like this like little cute like little lunch bag or whatever. Okay.